Hey guys, welcome back to Behind the Pass. My name is Johan and today I'm outside this beautiful hotel. I'm outside the Caledonian. I'm here to speak to Kostas, the head chef at restaurant 1925. Let's go Behind the Pass. How are you?
Hey Johan, good to see you again. You ready to do this?
Absolutely, very much looking forward to it.
Good, so we're going to go through the corridor, show some pictures, and then we're going to head to the kitchen, make some food, and then discuss things as we go.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for today. I really appreciate it.
Right, so we're at the corridor here, and the walls are lined with pictures from the past 100 years, you know?
Yeah.
There's previous teams here, how the restaurant used to look in the 1900s,
Oh, wow, yeah.
sommeliers. You know, there's been a restaurant here for 101 years, so there's loads of stories plastered all over these walls. You know?
Incredible. So much history.
Yes, we're very, very lucky to be part of this space, and it's very, very long history.
Yeah, fantastic.
Right, so this is our little kingdom here. Okay, we're gonna cook a lamb loin that's on the menu at the moment with a crispy lamb belly and some spring vegetable ragu.
Yeah.
So we have fresh garden peas and broad beans. Now this here,
Yeah.
they are fermented wild garlic stems.
Oh wow.
All right, so when we were using the plant, obviously we kept all the stems.
The smell.
I know, it's
Incredible.
great.
Beautiful.
We kept all the stems. I'm not a fan of wasting as much as I can, you know, so I want to keep everything. And if we can prolong the season of wild garlic, even better,
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely.
So we're gonna do our lamb belly, which is just here.
Stunning.
This has been cured and then cooked for 16 hours.
Okay, just
All
at
right.
a low heat?
Yeah, it's getting steamed for 16 hours. And then you see this little bit here, that's the skin of the lamb.
Yes.
Which we keep, because that's what's gonna make everything crispy.
Crispy.
It's one of my favorite things in the world, being Greek.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, so much flavor. How did you get into the chefing?
Right, so this is an interesting story. When you turn 18 in Greece, you have to go to the army, it's still conscription. Back when I went, it was a year. The problem was that I hated being told what to do. I had a real problem with authority when I was 18.
Okay.
I was quite a rebellious teen. So when they chucked me in the army, I never did what I was told. I never made my bed. I wasn't really easy to work with.
Yeah.
So as a punishment for that, I used to get sent every day to wash up in the restaurant.
Okay.
So this is the army restaurant, or cafeteria, however you want to call it.
Yeah.
Feeds about 800 people 3 times a day.
Wow.
So as you can imagine, there's a lot of washing up to do.
Yeah.
But me being my defiant self when I was 18, I'd wash for 10, 11 hours straight, and then I'd head back to the building where we sleep in, and the officer would be waiting for me outside and, you know, sipping a hot tea or a coffee, just really chilled, you know, trying to get on my nerves.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, so, you've had enough? And me being me, I'd go up close to him and I would take his cup and say, I'm gonna go wash this now too.
No.
Yeah, and I would turn my back and go and do that, you know?
So that went well.
Yeah, no, it's terrible for everybody involved. It was not a great, you know, but in the cafeteria, we had a cook, a home cook. His name is Andreas. And last time I mentioned him as well, because we still keep in touch, you know? Anybody you meet in the army, it's like a bond,
Yes,
you know, that lasts a lifetime. So we had this home cook named Andreas, and he wasn't a chef, he wasn't particularly trained or officially trained or anything, but he really liked cooking.
Yeah.
So it was the first time that I saw behind the scenes, you know, every Tuesday and Thursday in the army is chicken and rice,
Okay.
right? But we eat from the army reserves, right? Because every army has a food reserve. Greece's last 10 years, which means the food is deeply frozen and pumped with preservatives. This is normal for every country, right? Because if there's a war and the food supply is disrupted, you have to have food to feed your soldiers,
Yes.
right? So in a true first in, first out function, you eat what's about to expire. So the chicken would be pale and grey and just weird looking thing.
Yeah.
You know, and most camps would just have boiled rice and unseasoned chicken. But Andreas would make 3 different types of rice with cardamom, with this and that, and then he would make a chicken a la creme, or a chicken with tomato sauce, or a orange sauce, or whatever it might have been. So all of a sudden, the most dreaded days of the week throughout the entire Greek army became something celebrated in our little camp, you know?
Okay.
And then I would be serving the food, you know, because by that point I lived in there.
Yeah.
Through punishment, that was where I was, right? And I would serve people, and everybody would seem just happy, you know? And it was the first time I connected the idea of making food with being happy. Our food always made me happy. It was the first time that I saw that, oh, this is what it feels like when you make it for someone.
Yeah.
And they get to enjoy that. You know, I've always been on the receiving end up until then. I've never been on the creating side of things. And it just clicked on me. I could probably do that. You know, I'm having quite a good time here. I would love to be able to make someone's day through food.
Yeah.
And that's how it all started, you know, when I was 18.
So we're just looking at it.
Now have a little look,
Beautiful.
see how we're doing. Gotta make sure it's nice and tidy in there.
Yeah. And do you add any hard herbs at any stage or butter?
So at this point, no. We cook our lamb straight on the pan with a little bit of salt.
Yeah.
But you'll see in the vegetable ragu, for example, we've made a lamb stock that we've seasoned heavily with fenugreek, right? And then we have our fermented garlic stems.
Yeah.
And they go in together with the ragu.
Okay.
So then you get fenugreek, garlic, finished with a little bit of butter. It's quite, yeah, it's very indulgent. It's very, very flavorful.
Yeah.
You know, and while garlic has a great characteristic is that you get the aroma of the garlic, but none of the flavor. None of the, you know, you won't smell of garlic 3 hours later.
Not too harsh.
Yes. Here we go.
Beautiful. And the smell of the fat.
It's great lamb.
Oh.
It's great lamb. Now, once the fat is nicely caramelized and rendered, what we do is we barely touch the other side.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And then we're going to put it on our tray and get it in our oven. I am also very fortunate that the whole culture of the kitchen really suits me.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people love cooking, but then when it comes to doing it professionally, it's a whole other aspect, you know, to it. It's a very high pressure environment, you know, it's hot and long hours and all these things that most people now know about. But turns out that it's just this is my place, it's where I like to be.
That's fantastic. That's a great story. Funny as well.
Yeah, no, you know, I was an 18-year-old. I was a handful when I was a kid, for sure.
Yeah, fantastic.
For sure. And I went from not being a fan of authority to being a chef now that follows and wants other people to follow the rules.
Of course.
There's been a complete 180 turn, you know, as a character. But I think kitchens will do that to you, you know.
Absolutely.
You know, they've molded me. Because I went into them when I was 19.
Wow.
So, and I'm now 36, almost 37. Again, this is one of the things, so Easter in Greece is a holiday that revolves around spit roasting a whole lamb.
Yes.
Okay, so on Easter Sunday, everybody wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning, we dig a pit, fill it with charcoal, and everybody brings their lamb and we kind of spit roast it over the fire for 6-7 hours and whatnot.
That's amazing. And then sit down.
Yeah, that's what that tastes like. Every time I have a little bit, I'm like, it just transports me immediately.
Like the memory comes back.
Oh my goodness. And I wasn't allowed when I was a kid near the lamb because I used to pick off the skin while it was still roasting.
Oh, yeah.
My grandfather used to chase me away.
And is that your first memory of food?
No, it's the first memories of food. Oh goodness. I've always loved eating. I found out that I like cooking much later in life, right? But when it comes to food, I would always eat far more than what I look like I do. One of my first memories of food, that's an interesting question, you know. Definitely Easter.
Yeah, with the lamb.
Yeah, definitely. Still to this day, I think I'm going to plan next year's holiday to fall on Easter.
Oh, fantastic.
I just want to go with my wife and show her, you know, and now a brand new daughter, just so they can see, like, you know, it's my wife.
Of course. History.
Yes, she needs to experience it.
Yes.
And I need to go back for that. I miss it dearly.
Yeah, and, fantastic.
But yeah, so that definitely is one of my best memories when it comes to Easter.
Yeah. Failure. As you said, a lot of chefs in particular finding it difficult to deal with it. So how would you deal with failure?
Well, failure. Again, there's many types of failure. You know, there's the creative failure, which I'm super happy with. I don't really mind failing, when it comes to being creative, because I'm confident in what I do. And when I'm exploring new flavors, ingredients, and combinations, it would be unreasonable of me to expect a perfect result first try. It would be unreasonable to set such expectations of myself in an unfamiliar territory.
Yeah.
I give myself breathing space. I've been cooking long enough. I know that I'm capable of doing it. So when I'm creating something new, it's a research and development issue.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's nice. Maybe we could do with this. How about we try and pickle this? Need some acidity or sweetness or this and that. But the core idea of the dish could work if we balance it right.
Yeah.
And then once you work on that a little bit, you reach a stage, and when I reach a stage that I'm happy to present to someone, I always give it to someone else to taste. I've worked on it so much that in my head, I wouldn't be the right judge.
Yeah.
So someone else needs to taste this dish.
Yeah, almost like a clean palate.
Yes, somebody that I trust enough that they have a trained enough palate to be able to recognize what I'm trying to do here.
Yeah.
Right, so here we have caramelized beef fat, we have some vinegar, honey, freshly cracked black pepper, a little bit of salt. And then once our meat is cooked, we'll bring it, we'll rest it in here for a few minutes, like you would any other warm place, right? But it's just...
Wow.
Would you like some?
Absolutely, I feel privileged.
Oh! Yeah.
I'm trying not to swear here, but that's an incredible flavor.
Yeah, so we for example, for our beef, we use dry aged sirloin, right? We'll take the fat cap off, it comes on the bone, we'll strip it down, we'll take the fat cap, just in the sink.
Oh yeah, perfect, thank you.
We'll take the fat cap off, dice it, and then we'll roast it in the oven at 180 degrees until it smells caramelized,
Yeah.
The Maillard reaction, because there's always going to be some meat left over in the fat cap. And then we'll strain that and we'll keep it, freeze it down, just beef fat, caramelized beef fat.
Yeah.
And we have a million uses for it, It's
Fantastic.
We dip some of our bread in it before we send it out for our terrines.
Yeah.
And then
Flavor.
again, obviously resting things in it.
That's incredible.
And then there's failures that happen in the kitchen, operation-wise, which is every day, this is a live environment. There's chefs being under pressure and cooking, and it's busy, and somebody might be tired or fighting with their wife, or their baby was crying. We deal with people, right? So when it comes to that, I'll usually just wait until everything is finished. I will replay the scenario in my head, see what it is that I can do to prevent that from happening again,
Yeah.
if anything. And then I will reach out to whoever it was that the issue was with and discuss with them if there's anything that I can do to prevent it from happening. And if we have a productive dialogue back and forth and reach a solution, amazing.
Yeah.
If I sense that this person just doesn't care about what happened and thinks this is fine, then there's another conversation to be had.
Of course.
You might not be in the right environment if that is your attitude, of not caring about mistakes or wanting to improve yourself and be better.
Yeah.
This is all I want from somebody that I work with. I want them to care. I want them to care for themselves and for their craft, for what they do.
Yeah.
That's all I need. Everything else will be taught and we'll learn together. I just want somebody that cares like I do. So the meat has reached the temperature that we want it. Now we're gonna put it in here, give it a little swell, and let it shine.
Oh, fantastic. I just want to jump in with it.
It's hard not to. Trust me, I see this stuff every day and it still makes me hungry.
Exactly.
Now for the best bit here, we're gonna take our lamb belly.
Yeah.
We're gonna flip it skin side down onto our chopping board. And this is very, very fatty. So you probably could, maybe you as well, Dean. But for a guest, this is a big, big portion.
Yes.
It's very, very fatty. So what we do is we square it off. And of course we keep the trimmings.
Yeah. For the chef.
Of course. There's got to be some privileges, right?
Absolutely. I think that's why we're cooking, because we love food so much.
But look at that.
Oh, it's just beautiful.
Even though it's been cooking for so long, it still has its show.
Oh, it's just moist.
There you go, sir.
Oh, thank you, chef. It just melts.
It's great stuff.
It melts in the mouth.
It's great stuff. It is my favorite form of lamb belly. There's many things you can do with it. You hear that?
So family, chef, how important is it for you?
Family is the most important thing. Everything else comes and goes, you know. So it's very important to me that my family is happy and well taken care of. And if I can do that while working and being ambitious, that's a dream life for me. You know, I have a newly born daughter.
Wow.
She's 10 months old now.
Amazing.
Yeah. So it's an experience. It's a learning experience for both of us. But being ambitious and a family man often collide with each other. So it's something that I'm definitely getting to terms with on how can I walk both paths efficiently.
Yeah.
Yeah. The start of the show, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Which is that lamb belly.
We've all tasted a little bit.
And I think we all agree.
Beautiful.
And now, what we usually do, again, we have a beautiful little tray of seasoned fat. Okay.
Okay. So we'll go from one fat bath to another.
Absolutely.
This is
And
again,
then
you know.
we take our meat. We will quickly flash it, just to make it warm
Yeah.
and ready. Gonna take it on our chopping board, and then we're gonna slice right down the middle.
Beautiful.
All right, and it goes in the fat.
Yeah. Layers, layers, layers. And tasting as we go along.
See, all the fat is rendered nicely. Everything's soft.
Yeah, and you don't have that grey band where you were talking about.
Yes. It's impossible not to have any, absolutely any, because we also want to caramelize the meat on the outside, right?
Yeah.
Just now. Okay, go for it, Kev.
Just gonna put that on the side of the dish, just right here. Now the sauce usually gets finished tableside,
Yeah.
but we are behind the pass,
We are.
so we are gonna do that here.
Absolutely.
Beautiful little split sauce, like we discussed.
Wow.
Okay, and then to finish off, just tie it in with our fermented wild garlic that we said before. These are last year's wild garlic capers.
Okay.
So
So they're little Lilliput capers or?
no, they come from the wild garlic plant.
Okay.
So the wild garlic, initially you get leaves,
Yeah.
okay, then you get buds, then you get flowers, and right at the end of the season you get these little bad
Wow.
boys.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Just a final gift.
Yeah, so they are exactly like a caper, and we treat them as such,
Yeah.
which means we salt them for a whole month, and then we pickle them, okay? And here, I'm gonna give you one,
Thank you, chef.
because one is all you need.
Beautiful.
So strong, like a little explosion of flavor.
And it'll just cut nicely
Exactly.
through the rich.
Yes, because the vegetable ragu is full of butter and stock. It's quite decadent. Shall we have a go?
Fantastic. Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll go bring some cutlery.
Let's try it. Well, thank you so much for today. I really enjoyed my time with you, chef.
It's always a pleasure, Johan. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you reaching out, and I'm glad you came and we get to spend some time together.
Yeah, I think your food is absolutely amazing
You're very kind.
and very tasty, so I'll definitely come back.
Yeah, whenever you want, you let me know and we'll treat you like a king.
Thank you. I feel very privileged to be able to taste this, chef.
Absolutely. Please.
It's been amazing to talk about the journey. So I always think we'll start with the meat. Wow.
It's good.
Oh, it's better than good. It's outstanding.
That bit is the one that excites me. You get that fenugreek, that garlic, everything that comes through it is. It's a good plate of food.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
It's an amazing plate of food.
Yeah, well, you know, the idea behind this dish was. So we'll talk about this later on, but creativity, right? How does it work and what do we do? How my process would be like, oh, peas and broad beans are coming into season now.
Yeah.
I love them. You should really put them on a dish. Okay. And that will be my first ingredient. Some people build protein first and then all the garnishes. For me, because protein, besides game season, is almost always there, right? So you almost get a little bit of a writer's block when it comes, if you're thinking only about proteins.
Yes.
But the seasons, including wild foods now in Scotland, oh my god, every 2 weeks something different is coming along. You know, especially these past few months and the next few ahead. So that's how my creative process works. You know, I'll take a garnish or a vegetable or a wild food that I'm excited about, and then I'll build around that. What can I do with it? What should I accompany it with? And then eventually, after a couple of tries, we'll reach to something like this. You know, where I'm happy enough with it to put it on the menu.
Yeah.
Would I say it's perfect? No.
Well, we
No.
would say it's perfect.
I would definitely say this.
Wow, what an amazing day. We had a fantastic time with Kostas, the head chef at 1925. Now, if you guys want to see any more of these type of videos, make sure you subscribe, like, and ring that little bell. Before I forget, tell your mates and your family. Till the next one. Bye.